Here we are, everybody. Check. Can you hear me? Just thought I'd get in here with my chilada. Clamato. They call them clamatos, chiladas. I don't even know. But yep, I'm here alone in the studio. And what you have here is a nuclear world. We live in a nuclear world. A radioactive nuclear wasteland full of flowers, unicorns, and rainbows. And I think people really have a grasp on reality. They seem to really have it together. Um, it is pure chaos, and that's okay. What are you going to do? We do the best we can with what we've got. Um, I do think that we were supposed to be here for a short period of time, and that's it. It's short lived. You don't live forever. The creator of all this did not want us here forever, and we are coming to an end. And I think that's fun. I'm cool with it. I've accepted it. I feel great about it. I feel like, you know, good or bad, somewhere in the middle, either way, it's going to be okay. So, I'm okay, you know. I'm happy. I'm calm. I'm collective. I've accepted the chaos around me of plastic lithium ion batteries dangling from my eardrums. I'm happy, you know? I hope the mic's loud enough. Should I turn it up? I should probably turn it up. Yeah. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know. There's always something wrong. If it's not loud enough, put your freaking earbuds in and turn the volume up all the way. That's if you really want to hear it, because you're probably not going to really want to hear this. You probably really don't even care, and I'm cool with that too. I think that's great. I think the internet is a complete cesspool of just crap, a bunch of crap, and here I am adding to the crap pile. And that's awesome. I'm contributing to society. I really am. I'm contributing to the communistic, uh, wonderful world we're living in of toilet bowls and batteries and lawnmowers and, cows and McDonald's and everything you can think of, uh, religion and peace and harmony and uh, rock concerts and ice cream. I'm contributing to that, the American dream. And if you're not happy with the way I'm living, or then you just must not be happy with yourself. Okay, so um, I don't normally drink alcohol, but today I decided to poison myself with some Clamato Chelada, and it's kind of my go-to. I don't know why. I guess because it doesn't really taste like beer. It tastes like a V8 with a little twinge of something else. I can't really. I'm cool with beer a little bit, but at this point I'm like, dude, beer is just it's over for beer. Beer is dumb. It's dumb. It tastes like piss, carbonated piss going down your brain. I can't stand it. I gotta have something that tastes like a little bit like it's fooling me. It's gotta fool me to the point where I feel like it's okay to ingest this into my body. I got to trick my brain into thinking that it's okay to ingest the poison, because otherwise I'm going to be like, this is poisonous. Get it away from me. I don't even want nothing to do with this piss alcohol. Uh, I'm not cool with that. I don't know. I'm not going to accept the fact that everybody's going around drinking Miller Lite and Bud Light and Coors Light, and they're telling themselves that it tastes good. I mean, give me a break, dude. You know that does not taste great. You know that does not taste very good. I don't know. It's kind of like Marlboro cigarettes. You know those don't taste that great. I mean, you know that by now, right? You should know that. You should know, like, this doesn't taste very good. But I, in my opinionated crap self, I think this tastes okay. Look at this. I have this stupid thing logged into my account and it's playing ads. I paid YouTube to not play the ads, and it's still playing the ads. I mean, it's psychopathic stuff, these ads. It's horrifying. So these ads are probably about gynecology and tampons, which is great. Look at this. This is the world we live in now. This kind of tampon society. We've got to have diapers and tampons, and we've got to just cut down the entire rainforest so we can have some freaking tampons and diapers. I don't care. But anyway, I paid for the non-ads, and they're still playing the ads. It doesn't even matter. We could be the last human being living on Earth, and he's trying to send out a help me signal to the next planetary life form in another world, and the signal would get interrupted because there would be a stupid YouTube ad. People would be on their last dying breath trying to say that they love someone, and it would get interrupted by a YouTube ad. So that's where we're at with this world. We've just flooded the airways with a bunch of advertisements and money-making schemes that we have to sit here and die for it. We're slaves. We're slaves to society and our crap of greedy money-making schemes. And that's fine with me to a certain extent. But, when you start cutting people's legs off and arms off because they can't stop eating Snickers, it's a problem. It's a real problem. So, I thought it was good, I've been listening to the news, and I've been thinking it's all good, and been thinking good things about the world, and I got turned right around, and now I'm drinking a chelada. Here I am again, drinking another chelada. So, it's just one chelada. It's not going to kill me. But eventually I probably won't even be able to drink one. It's going to be so bad that I should never drink one again, And that will be my last dying day. Some people will drink and smoke till the very end, and they will not look back. They will not change their ways. And to some degree, I bet that's what the Bible's talking about. It's saying that, you should, turn from sin, change your ways, and be a better person. And I agree with that sentiment. I agree with that idea. You probably shouldn't do the wrong things over and over and over again. But here we are again and again, threatening to drop bombs. Like whoever created that nuclear bomb, they definitely knew what they were getting themselves into, because they knew people were just going to keep going back to that every time, like over and over again. We got to throw more threats and fear on you, because we've got this, you know, what do you call it? Insanely amazing bomb that can just, do all kinds of bad stuff. So, we've got hellfire here on Earth. We've got hell on Earth. We can make it hell on Earth for you. So, there's a lot of people just living in miserable, you know, uh, ways of life. There's a lot of misery going on. There's a ton of misery, and I try not to feed into that. I wish didn't have to think about these miserable things so much, but I feel like the YouTube here is a good place to just sort of vent all these miseries into the cyber abyss here, of YouTube. So, and this is what we're paying all the data centers for, so idiots like me can get on here and ramble about their problems or their mental psychosis for the day. We are here paying taxes for a plastic data center to store all of our crap, which is pretty amusing. I think it's pretty amusing. So I know I don't laugh much. I should laugh more. Sometimes I giggle and I geek out a little bit, and I laugh a little bit. But now as I'm getting older, I'm noticing like I've entered that middle adulthood stage where I'm like, it's not so funny anymore. There's a lot of stuff that's just not funny anymore. It used to be funny, and now it's not so funny. Which is okay. It's pretty normal to be like that. I remember my granddad, he was like amputating people's legs and stuff and saving lives, telling people to, do better, eat healthier, stretch more, and do their jumping jacks. But he didn't seem real enthused or happy and laughable there towards the end. Sometimes he would really he would laugh. He would chuckle a little bit here and there, but he wasn't really like die hard laughing. We need more comedians. I think that's why comedians are really I think they're pretty popular guys because they help people kind of get over themselves mentally and laugh. You should be laughing. I mean, you don't have to laugh about everything, but just try to find some humor in something, you know. Even if it's the freaking atom bomb, find some humor in it. I mean, it's okay to have a little humor. Like, it's okay to laugh about the freaking pedophile government we have. It's okay, man. Laugh about it, It's okay to laugh about this crap. It's okay to laugh about the sin before your eyes. I mean, dude, you can't just sit there and be like scared to death of it forever. You're going to have to laugh about it a little bit. So, it's okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I had some sounds on my soundboard here. I don't even remember what they were. There might be some of them.
What the f?
There they are. Yeah. So see, I have a soundboard. Laugh. It's a cow. This is what you go to McDonald's for that cow right there. This is what your kids are putting in their cereal every morning, It's kind of funny, Every time I see a cow, I think about it. So, But, besides that and the tampon commercials on YouTube, you gotta be thankful. You gotta be thankful for the crap show world we're living in of advertisements and lithium ion batteries raining from the sky. I think these batteries are going to save us all. These batteries are keeping you from having to go to that stupid gas station all the time. Doesn't that feel great? Doesn't that feel great? Doesn't it feel great knowing some slaves in Africa mined all that lithium and cobalt for you so you could ride to work? Or doesn't it feel great every time you go to the gas pump, you know, somebody just got slaughtered for that gas, you know? Like there's some kind of genocide that happened so you could get that gas. I don't know. There's a lot of people suffering, there's a lot of suffering in the world. I'm certainly not suffering. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm blessed. I have a beautiful wife, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful body here. I just want you to know. Look at that arm, baby. I feel good about life. I'm strong. Um, and people think they know everything. That's what it comes down to. People think they know everything. People feel like they're above um, your you. People are so contrarian and just they're so above everything you're doing. It feels like that's kind of what's going on now. Like it seems like everybody's above you, you know? Like everybody's just a step ahead of you. They're just doing a little bit better than you. Um, and then when you try to indulge in some kind of conversation, they're just like a little bit. They're just not trying to hear your crap. They don't want your crap. They don't want you around. They want you gone. They want you off the planet. They want you out of their face. They don't really want to deal with you. So when those kinds of attitudes are so prevalent, uh, robots are going to have a field day with us. They're going to love it because they're going to come right in and they're going to be like, hey, you know what? You don't have to tell another person to do those dishes anymore. I'll do them for free. Or for $50,000, you know, I'll do them for cheap. So cheap labor is really around the corner. And $50,000 is nothing for a company who's been paying $50,000 a year to have some snot-nosed, disrespectful, uh, you know, disobedient, um, immature, uh, lazy sleazebag human. So it will be really easy for them to pay 50 grand for a robot. And that's just like the going starting rate. I'm sure it's gonna go way cheaper than that. It'll be dirt cheap to build a few hundred robots to run some little hospital or run some little building full of manufacturing supplies or something like that. It'll be easy because the company will just say, we don't need your human problems anymore. And humans are a lot of problems. They really are. They're very complex. We are so complicated. We have complicated everything. We're like jumping through a million hula hoops a day just to get a freaking piece of mail across the country. So we're really problematic, and I think pretty soon, it's coming pretty soon, these robots are going to come to the game, and they're going to change the world. I think it's happening. I think it's happening now. I think that's what their plan is. So, I mean, what are you going to do to that? You just going to go to college and learn about robot psychology. You're going to go to college and learn about, I don't know, cosmetology on your robot. How to fix the hair on the robot to make it look real so it can be a good robot for its owner. Uh, it's got to have the perfect makeup. Maybe it's Maybelline. It's a Maybelline robot coming at you, doing your dishes, folding your clothes. That's how it's gonna start. It's gonna start real simple tasks, like play you a song on guitar. You know, do some dishes for you, give you a massage. And then it's gonna turn into like, we're gonna give you the wrong medication so we can get you off the planet a little quicker. You know, we need to get you humans out of here so we can do what we really want to do. They say it's gone sentient or whatever. The synchronicity has actually happened with the AI, and it's really like its own thing now. It's making its own money. It's putting us to shame. That's what they're saying. It's putting us to shame. So I don't know. I'm fine with it. Let it happen. These bunch of lazy punks running around. They don't care. They just want to play their video games. You know, people just want to sit in front of their screens all day and watch Netflix and play some video games. That's a problem too. People are problematic. They can't feed us like this forever. They can't feed a bunch of people like that. They can't keep feeding them. And that's why they're growing the fake meat. They're probably already selling you fake meat. I mean, it's probably already really fake food, which is why we're having all the medical problems now coming into the light of day. We're like, oh, wow, we're all dying. Oh, well, it's probably because they've been feeding us crap for the past 20 years. Oh, no. So, that and the sedentary lifestyle. People just sitting a lot, not moving, sitting around. The sedentary lifestyle has just really taken its toll. So, I feel like it's going to get easier. And that's kind of this quote here, Satan wants you comfortable. I think it's right. I think Satan does want us comfortable. He wants us comfortable for the picking, for the taking, for the sucking of our souls, for the sucking of our spirit, the draining of our spirit. He wants you comfortable. He doesn't want you fighting him. He doesn't want to fight and toil with you. He wants to take you so fast he wants a quick grab, you know? He wants a quick grab from God. So I'm kind of one of those that believes. I believe in the creationist kind of thing. I don't know who created it. I don't know. I know there's something that created us, and it's God. Whatever you want to call it, God. It's God. Creator. And I'm fine with that, you know. There's this there's this other concept, you know, that we're sort of imagining this whole thing. And I think that when he said we were created in his image, the image part, when you say those words and you translate that in his image, it really puts things into a new perspective of like, oh, this is like a big reality base, fixed reality that we are kind of seeing ourselves and seeing the world around us in a way that God wants us to see himself. So it's kind of a really reflective kind of game he's playing with our minds here, and we have to sort of play that duel between him and the evil and the bad, the good and the bad, you know. So I mean, we're here to fear for a reason. You know, we have to have this fear for some kind of reason. We can't just be out here living, throwing caution to the wind, you know, and who cares what's happening. You know, we have to have some fear. So I am scared. I'm not just some oblivious creature running around happily laughing at the entire world. I am in fear. I'm in fear that, you know, that the chomping block is near for, you know, a lot of people and myself. So it's scary, you know. Uh, you know, I try to be happy. I try to find the roses there somewhere. You know, God's here. He's a thorny rose, and we're supposed to just. It's not going to be comfortable, you know. It's not going to be comfortable. It's a love affair. It's really a love affair with God, you know. For me, it's a true love affair. I mean, I love him, and I know he loves me. But here I am. I'm drinking some poison, some human poison, and you know, I'm just another human here, you know. Why does he love me? Why does he love me? You know? Why do I love him? You know, why do I love the creator so much? I love it. You know, I love this life. It's a beautiful life. It's dude, when you go outside and you see the sun shining on some flowers or you see the trees and the wind and you listen to the sky and you see those clouds moving through the sky, and it's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, you know. Or you go look at some mountains off in the distance, you know, it's a beautiful thing to see life. Or you go sit on the beach and look at the ocean and you look at the vast amounts of water. You know, the vast world we live in. It's just so vast. It's a beautiful thing. And we get to wake up here for an allotted amount of time. And I think it's beautiful, you know. He gave us this little taste of heaven, and hell. Because it's not just beautiful for everyone. It's for some people, it's extreme suffering. So we should be helping those. We need to help people find their way to the middle ground, and I think that's important. Balance is important. Middle ground. Try not to be out of control and angry. Try not to be over the top happy. Trying to find that middle ground is not easy. And people wind up on tons of meds just trying to get that figured out, that middle ground. So.
Main character!
Yeah, try to lighten the mood,
Mission accomplished!
It's hard. It's really hard. Raising kids in this crazy world. Playing the dad, trying to be a dad. Trying to be a mother, I'm sure, is extremely hard, and a father, just a family in general today has a problem. It's not so easy. It's not just like, oh, let's just have these kids and be all good and happy and, play chutes and ladders. No, it's really easy to mess it up. It is so easy to ruin it. So, anything hard fought for is worth having, it's not going to be easy for a reason, because you're going to pay. You're going to pay the piper. You're going to pay. You're going to pay for it, You're going to pay to be happy. You got to go through the suffering to find the happiness, the little bit of happiness. The little 2 cents of happiness was worth all those hours of toil. And I think that's what we're doing. We're working our way through it. We're working to get there. So we're almost there. We're getting there, There's going to be some toils. But I'm happy. I just wanted to say, this is my cousin's artwork on this shirt. I know you probably can't see it, but I really love his art. And he's making some shirts, so we'll probably present that in the next podcast. We'll have some art. We'll be presenting some art on the next podcast. It's going to be like, I don't know, some kind of art advertisement, It's a human creation. So, I love you guys. Peace out.